Can you die if you don't reheat rice properly?
I've heard that's a thing, but I don't believe it.
Because I was defrosting this big chunk of curry for about 25 minutes, and then I microwaved it for about 3.5, and it wasn't warm. So, does that mean I'm going to die?
Yeah, probably, but in like an hour or so, because I don't know if you know, we started recording now.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Hang on, my wire got stuck in my chair. Hey, this this is the Co-Pilots podcast. To bring you up to speed with what's going on, we're going to do the podcast as normal, but I've just been sent a bunch of really random messages on PlayStation, so I will be replying to them throughout the podcast.
It's been a beautiful pre-show so far.
Basically, someone's asked how old... I think that there's a scam going around at the minute, and someone's asked how old I am and what I'm up to. So I've said I'm 9. And they said, I think you're messing with me. So I said, no, I'm definitely old enough. I've got pubes and everything.
And then they sent you a massive message about what they were doing with their life right now.
Complete disregard that they're chatting to a 9-year-old with pubes. Oh, yeah. I've been playing Call of Duty, and my holiday ended. Well, my vacation ended, and I'm not exactly excited about it. I'm still in university, which makes you a paedophile, because you're talking to a 9-year-old about pubes. What shows are we doing?
What kind of vacation ends in the middle of July?
Like a summer one? Like the one that I went on a few weeks ago? Although it wasn't the middle of July, but...
No, but like,
What do
I'm
you
just
mean?
saying, university holidays are much, much longer than that.
That's true.
They go from like May to, I don't know, December or something. I can't remember.
I remember... Well, I don't remember much of my film course, but what I do remember is that we had January off as well as Christmas.
Yeah, no, we had the same. We came back like middle of January.
That was weird.
Break
wasn't
up in like middle of December and just be like, cool, off you go. And it's like, I'm not going home. I'll stay here. It's fine.
Oh, that was good fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, like
Um,
the Christmas period where you just go to the Christmas market or the pub every day.
Yeah. Do you know what? I didn't... I think we went once to the Christmas market this year. Oh, sorry, last year. I think...
I was
definitely
there.
You're coming to... Wait, now I don't remember it.
No, because all of us were there. Everyone was there.
Oh yeah, and Lisa got drunk, didn't she? She doesn't remember because we did a bit of a crawl, didn't we? And she doesn't remember going to the Christmas market.
We did. She nearly fell off the back
Off the thing,
back of the
yes.
chair we were sat on, rather than being like normal people and sitting on it, sat on the back like cool kids.
I mean, in fairness, don't sit on a chair like that. What TV shows are we talking about on this show? This podcast about TV shows?
Well, we've got New Girl and Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23.
I don't like that it's called Don't Trust a Bitch. Just fucking call it Don't Trust a Bitch.
Yeah, but they wanted younger viewers to watch it.
I don't give a shit. Like, she turns up naked in it and they fuck on a cake. You can have bitch in your title if that's going on.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why they did that, but they also cancelled it, so shows what they fucking know.
Oh, really? Did they?
2 seasons and it got cancelled.
That makes me sad because, I mean, spoilers, I quite liked it.
However, interestingly, Don't Trust the Bee is the 3rd show that we've covered on this podcast that stars Kristen Ritter.
It is.
And I was looking for more just to add to the list. Just like, what else has she been in? We'll just add some of those too.
What
But
else has she been in? I only know her from Breaking Bad and Jessica Jones and this, to be fair.
there's a fair old list, and I think... Oh no, I did. I added 2 more. I added 2 more that she's in.
Is one of them Gossip Girl?
And the other one is Gilmore Girls.
Okay, fair enough.
And guess what? They're on an episode together.
Oh, she was in Robot Chicken. Hey, Rich, guess what? Oh.
Thank you.
That's all right. I've got some beer. Which one do you want to talk about first?
We've already started talking about Don't Trust the Bee.
We'll do that then. What's it about then? What happens? What's the thing?
The woman, who is June, I think, June. It's June, I think. Yeah, she gets like she moves.
The woman.
Well, it starts.
Sorry, go on.
There is a woman at the start. You don't know her name straight away,
No.
but she lands her dream job. Living in New York, working for some sort of insurance-y mortgage place. And then it turns out they're a bit corrupt. So she loses her job and her apartment before she's even moved in.
We've all been there.
And then
We've all been there.
And then she's looking for a job or an
Yeah.
apartment. I think she finds the apartment first. And you see her montage of really, really bad interviews. And you see her face to face with the B in apartment 23.
Just say bitch. It's fine.
Nah, this is a clean podcast so that those
No,
fucking
it's fucking not.
fucking kids can listen.
I've just explained how I'm messaging someone claiming to be 9 but still having pubes. This is not a clean part. By the way, I have had a reply, but continue with what's going on in.
So yeah,
Really?
basically she decides that she wants to live with Chloe, who is the B in apartment 23.
Played by Kristen Ritter.
And yeah, and it turns out that it's a scam. Like, because Chloe just wants like someone to basically pay her rent and never have to work, which is the dream. Without like having to do the scamming, obviously.
I think that was very well explained.
Yeah, well, that's like the first like 10 minutes of the show.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Okay, so then what? It's. Do you know? I watched this only a few days ago, and I'm struggling to remember what. I remember like scenes, but I don't remember the overarching thing. It's like.
I remember as she's leaving for the interview, like, there's that like her neighbour who's just like,
Yes.
"Psst, come over here," and just goes, "Don't trust a bitch in apartment 23," and just slams the door. No,
Like that's not helpful, is it? Like you want a little more detail. Like,
well, yeah,
okay,
because
well,
she,
what is she?
like June starts
unreliable
banging on the
with?
door, just like, the fuck, come on, give me some more information. Why?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, because she's a scam artist. But then, once the scam comes to light, June does the only sensible thing and sells all of the furniture.
Now that you've told me what happens, I remember it.
Because, yeah, like, Chloe just comes back and just like, where's all my stuff? And she's like, oh, well, like, to make up for the whole, like, you overcharging me thing, I sold all your shit. She's like, oh, very good.
I like that she sort of got her own back on it, because and with the show going forward, that's how I imagine the dynamic's gonna where like they start doing shit to each other. At least at this point, that's how I thought it was gonna be. But then it gets to the end of the episode, and you think, oh, okay, maybe there are gonna be quite good friends.
I think it'll be like a theme throughout where, or she might just help it happen to other people. Like June might just be
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, no, we should scam this guy.
That would be cool. Like if she manages to like corrupt June, as it were.
Yeah, and there's obviously
yeah,
the whole like
I-
fiance thing that happens, but it's fine. Like that's not
I was
important.
about to say I really like that scam, like the whole thought of, because right at the very first thing you see is Chloe having sex with this guy who turns out to be June's fiance.
She just walks in and just goes,
She just
I knew this would happen.
just justifies it, going, oh, I wanted to prove that he was cheating on you, so shagged him. It's like, what? I mean, the logic kind of works. It's still a bit of a dick move.
It's true, but it works. And then they go to the sad bar
This is true.
where all New Yorkers go, and then they're friends.
I think it's called McLaren's.
Ah, and that's how he met her mother. I see.
Exactly. God,
I
that
wish
show.
more TV shows crossed over with other shit like that. Where they just had like two unrelated shows and they just like collide and just go, oh, hey.
It's like in what's it called? There's a show that's like on Cartoon Network or something. Something Falls. It's called. It's like a cartoon thing. I can't remember, and I think like the Grim Reaper's in or something. But anyway, there's a scene where in that show, there's a portal to somewhere, and they just push a load of shit through it. And then in the background of one of the episodes of Rick and Morty, you just see this portal open up and the same shit falls through.
That's awesome. Love shit like that. But
yeah. So what thoughts do you have of Don't Trust the but in Apartment 23?
I thought it was really good. I think it's fun.
Yep.
Like, it's just kind of different to what I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Because I remember when this came out and like seeing adverts and shit for it and just being like, doesn't really look like my thing. Because it was just like, like 2 girls live in an apartment and like do some shit. And it's like, that sounds. Why haven't they got bitch in the title? I don't understand. And then I added it to this because I was like, maybe it's not trash. And it turns out it's actually not.
Yeah, no, I really liked it. I thought it was right. I didn't quite understand the whole thing with the dude James, because like he was in Dawson's Creek or whatever, and I never watched that. So
I think that's kind of like one of those sort of Americanisms where we just sort of go, I guess that's a thing.
Yeah, it's like when Andy Dick turns up in Love, which you should watch, by the way. Love's a really good show.
It's on the fucking list.
But like, I knew of Andy Dick, like I knew the name, like he's this comedian, who was on, was it Broadcast News? Fuck it, the thing with Joe Rogan in it, and a comedian, whatever. But then he turns up in Love, and me and Lisa were watching like, are we supposed to know who the fuck he is, or? And there's one of the characters says, "You're friends with Andy Dick," and I'm like, oh, it's Andy Dick. It's like, I'm not sure about this whole celebrities or actors turning up as weird versions of themselves. Like when fucking what's his chops in Ted, the guy who plays Flash Gordon, Sam Jones. Sam Jones?
Maybe, but it's done. Some things do it really well. I think this is probably going to do it quite well if I knew who he was. But then
that's exactly the trouble.
Like, but you've in like Harold and Kumar, one of them, Neil Patrick Harris just turns up, and he's just like playing that like like the child actor stereotype where he's just like mad for drugs. Pretty sure he rides.
Hang on a minute. Child actor stereotype of mad for drugs. I've not met many children who are mad for drugs.
No, the child actor. Grown-up child actor stereotype where they just go nuts for drugs,
like Macaulay Culkin,
and
Corey Feldman. Incidentally, Macaulay Culkin, star of Home Alone. Who else was in Home Alone? The guy who plays Marv. Guess what Marv is also in? A few years later, Love.
That's cool, man.
Honestly, I was watching this thing and I was like, I know your face, and I was looking at this guy like, I know you like intensely. I was like, shit, he's in Home Alone. That's exactly what it is. Can I give you just in between this conversation of Don't Trust the Bitch in Apartment 23, can I give you a little update of what's going on between me and Ashley Santos on the PlayStation Network?
Yes.
Okay, so as I said at the start of the show, I said this, and my brother, I texted back because this person sent me a load of weird messages. I said, I'm definitely old enough, because I said I was 9. I've got pubes and everything. And then she came back and said, I just got done playing Call of Duty. My vacation ended. I'm not exactly excited. And I was like, you've not accepted at all what I've said. So I said, sorry, not sure you've understood. I genuinely have pubes. The reply came, lol. Well, I have an idea if you're up for a little fun. So I replied, that makes you a paedophile.
Oh no, you've ruined it early.
How is calling someone out on being a paedophile ruining anything?
Because you've got no proof. They've just said, I've got a fun idea. You could just be playing video games. You don't know there's sexual intent there. You have to prove it.
Mate, if you get a message of anyone saying, "Are you up for a little fun?"
I assume
If
they
you-
mean playing video games.
Okay, if you ever get that text off me, assume I'm coming around to do stuff to you. We're not going to go and have a jolly old time on Minecraft.
That's what it used to mean.
But then I've just got 2 replies, right? I was actually going to get to my job here shortly. My girlfriend was working. So hang on. So that would make her gay because she claimed to be female earlier. My girlfriend was working online and I kept asking her about it, so she showed me what she was doing when we got back to school last fall. I thought she was joking at first, but it's pretty cool actually. We work online doing private webcam shows. Which sounded super sketchy at
Sex
first,
bots.
believe me. But I freaking love it. Again, I'm 9. Right, I'll reply to this in a bit. We should finish the discussion of Don't Trust the Rich, because I don't want this podcast to lose focus, Richard.
Well, going back to Chloe's scamming character,
Yes. It links in quite nice.
it does. It's almost perfect timing. I want to see what, like, the end goal is. Like, what, not like end goal, but like what she does next. Because I imagine, like, there is something she's going to continue to do to June.
Yeah, because otherwise I don't think you haven't really got much of a USP with your show if it's just, oh, okay, now we're best mates and we're just getting on now.
Yeah, and also I think that would be kind of cliche.
Yeah.
But it does make me want to see Kristen Ritter in more, like, comedy roles.
Yeah, she's good at that.
Because the thing, like, okay, so I've seen her character in Gilmore Girls.
Right.
You won't see it in the pilot because it's in, like, season 5 or some shit. And,
Nope.
like, it's the same sort of character, like that sort of funny, quirky character. And, like, she nails it every time she does it. And I just want to see her do that as well as continue to be Jessica Jones. But I reckon if this hadn't been cancelled, she wouldn't be Jessica Jones, and that would also make me sad.
Oh, it's a tricky one, isn't it? That because obviously, you know, you can't have one without the cancellation of the other. But like, do you really genuinely like Jessica Jones that much that you'd rather watch Jessica Jones than this? Just for appreciation of Kristen Ritter.
I think I'd say that I do, because I feel like this would also maybe get played out after more than 2 seasons anyway, potentially. Like, I don't know, obviously I don't know how it develops,
Yeah.
but I don't know if it could have gone much more than 26 episodes over 2 seasons.
That's quite a jump, isn't it? From doing 7 in your first
To 19 in the second. I was just looking
19.
at it, just like, I mean, I was like, this 26, that's probably like 3 per season, like whatever half of 26 is, 13 or something per season. But apparently, like, they did do like they did do 13 episodes per season, like, filmed. But then I was reading that, like, they just mixed those last 6 just into season 2, and apparently it makes no sense because there's like that lack of continuity.
Do you know, I've got a lot of time for that sort of thing. When shows getting like cancelled or whatever, or there's some problem with it, I really like that. I don't know why.
Oh, don't worry, I've to the list for now that we've finished planning, like, pretty much season 2.
Yeah.
Like, planning for season 3 is underway. Got some big old gaps, but there is a show in there that was just cancelled after like 3 episodes.
Oh, I've got a lot of time for that.
Like, it's a good show as well.
Oh my god, we should do like a month or like a couple of episodes of specials on exactly that, like shows that were cancelled ridiculously early. Because I seem to remember there was, and I don't think we'll be able to get a copy of it, but there was a sitcom. I think I heard about this on the Nerdist podcast called "Heil, Honey, I'm Home," and it was if Hitler survived but managed to disguise himself.
Oh no, I've heard about that.
Have you actually?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
But I feel like I heard about it on something where it was just like a parody, like within like a TV universe. I'm not sure.
Well, maybe they took the idea of that.
They could have done. Maybe it was the same people that made it and just went, I don't know what we'll do. We'll just sneak that fucking thing in, and we'll just be like, we'll play it in the background and just be like, we technically made it to air with "Hail, Honey, I'm Home."
You've got to listen to this. I've just found the Wikipedia. Right, you ready for this? Heil, Honey, I'm Home is a British sitcom written by Jeff Atkinson, produced in 1990. It centres on fictionalised versions of Adolf Hitler and Eva Braun, who live next door to a Jewish couple, Arnie and Rosa Goldenstein. The show spoofs elements of the mid-20th century American sitcoms and is driven by Hitler's inability to get on with his neighbours, right? Here's the thing. Number of seasons, 1. Number of episodes, 11. Brackets, 10 unaired.
We need to...
We've got to find this. We have to watch
What we
this.
should do is we should try and get like do a bunch of shit that's just like see if we can find like pilots that weren't picked up.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
I don't know how we would find
readily
those.
available they are.
But no, that would be really fun to like look at shows that were cancelled very early on or just not picked up at all.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, well that's a bit of admin.
Yeah, because I mean it makes a change from like shows that get cancelled after like they've been running literally forever, and they just go,
Yeah.
Should we just fucking leave it? Well, I mean, I don't care what happens to it anymore. It needs to be on. Which is what happens with all UK soaps. Like, we will never do an episode of soaps that were started... Because, like, EastEnders came out in, like, the 80s. And, like, 3 people are still fucking in it. From, like, they were in episode 1 and they're still in it now. And it's...
Can I have a guess at who they are?
You can.
Dot Branning.
I don't think she was in the original episode.
Fuck me. Hang on, the 80s. Ian Beale.
Yep. It's the only acting job that Adam Woodgett has ever done.
Fuck me.
But, interestingly, it means he has a very low bacon number.
Yeah, I suppose it does. We have explained what that is, haven't we? Have we?
Possibly.
Do you want to just recap?
Bacon, it's like the degrees of separation you have from Kevin Bacon. For the most part, people have, like, generally, like, 2 or 3 is, like, the standard bacon number. But Adam Woodgett just breaks the system. Probably because no one knows who he is.
Surely dude who plays Charlie off of Casualty as well, because he was only ever on Casualty.
No, because I think he has actually done other stuff.
Oh, really?
Oh.
I thought he was, like, longest running character on a sitcom, or not a sitcom, on a soap, or would you call Casualty a soap? I think you probably couldn't you?
Yeah, it's one of those like sort of BBC like we never want this to stop sort of things. Oh,
Right,
I'm still trying to
I
find
used to
like the
watch
list
it
of who was in the original episode.
We have come a long way from fucking Don't Trust a Bitch in Apartment 23.
It's true. Okay, I give up trying to actually find this. But
Okay,
yeah,
should we-
Don't Trust the Bee. Pretty good.
Should we shift over to New Girl then?
Yes.
Because fuck me, do I have some problems with New Girl.
Okay, go. What's it about?
Okay, New Girl, basically, there's this girl called Jess, and yeah, her name's, it's Jess, shut the fuck up. And she comes home to find a boyfriend, shagging another girl, much like Don't Trust a Bitch or 23, and then she's looking for somewhere else to live, and she goes on Craigslist and finds a flat with these 3 guys. And then it's all about, is she gonna fit in with us? And she's a bit fucking quirky. and she's going on a date, and then it's like, yay, we like you, and that's it.
That was a pretty quick summary.
Thanks very much.
But I actually thought it was kind of cool. Like, I mean, it's not the greatest show in the world. But,
No, it's not, Rich. It's not.
But, like, it was not an unpleasant experience to watch in passing. I don't think I'd sit to watch it like properly. I would watch it if it was on.
I definitely remember days when we were in the house and we were hungover and it was on. I definitely, and I seem to remember Faye watched it quite a lot.
Yeah, I think Faye liked it.
But other than that, I didn't see much of it. So it was good to, like, I'll say this for it. It was good to finally see what that was about. But oh, fuck me, she's annoying. Like, I don't mind people who are, like, you know, a bit of a twat, just for giggles, but I feel like she's kooky and quirky for the sake of being kooky and quirky, and it just fucking really, really grinded on me. Like the whole thing, oh, hey, my name's Jess, and I like to sing to myself a lot, and I make up little theme tunes. Oh, it's Jess! And I'm like, oh, fuck off.
Yeah, I wonder if that ever, like, goes away. It was quite funny in the opening scene, though, where she's just, like, singing about, like, grinding on a cactus or whatever, like a tree.
Oh, yeah, no, don't get me wrong, I definitely laughed at it. There were points where I did laugh out loud. But the overall thing of it was just, hey, look how kooky I am, and I was just pack it in.
I think it's a pretty good, like, it's an easy watch with some cheap laughs, I think.
Yeah.
And I imagine maybe it, because I suppose the thing is, like, with a pilot episode, I guess, you have to, like, try and set up the entire feel of the show. And for, like, what was it, like 20-30 minutes?
Yeah, about that, half an hour, I think.
Yeah, like, you have to set all of that up. And, like, in a lot of shows, because it's an hour long, you can sort of go, you can space out of it more, but it's like, get all that down into, like, sub half an hour to get, like, the entire feel for, like, all of the main characters. I mean, even if you're just using lazy stereotypes, because you've got the jock, the douchebag,
yeah, I was going to say it felt
and
like
the
that.
normal one, I guess.
Well, you say normal, but he is kind of neurotic because he's not over his fucking breakup.
Oh yeah, that was his thing.
That was his gimmick.
Yeah, and like I don't know, if it was really easy to watch. Like, there was nothing that would make me stop watching it. Like, it ain't no fucking Entourage. Although I had to make sure that none of these characters were in Entourage. I did actually check that.
I've got to be honest. I was thinking about Entourage as I was watching this, and generally that's not a good thing.
But I think it's because there were characters who could have been an Entourage in it. They just weren't the main focus of the show.
Definitely. The two sort of ancillary characters who she goes on a date with, and the other one who's like goading the other one to go to the party, they were dickheads from Entourage.
Maybe there's a crossover there. Maybe. Although I think this might be one of those weird TV shows that did actually have a crossover with something.
Did it?
Potentially, I can't remember if it's true. I'm gonna I'm gonna try and scroll through and find it. Because I remember reading about it somewhere, but oh shit, I can't remember. I'm gonna have to actually just do a live Google.
Oh my god. You are listening to... While you do that...
Brooklyn Nine-Nine, that's what it crossed over with.
Oh, fuck, really?
Yeah. Because I remember, because I was... I read about... I was looking for to see if there was new episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, because the new season's not on Netflix yet. And I saw, when I typed in new episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, it was like, New Girl Brooklyn Nine-Nine crossover, and I was like, oh shit. See, so you know my whole wish that TV shows would cross over for no apparent reason.
There you go.
Apparently it doesn't happen. I actually quite like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so I might just watch the crossover stuff, because I'm like, I understand what New Girl is now.
What I've seen of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I think I seem to remember we watched the odd episode when we were living in the house.
Yeah, because it was on occasionally, but I've now seen every episode that's on Netflix.
Okay, yeah. Well, I saw that I really liked. And Terry Crews is funny, even if he's not Doomfist.
I can't remember why I started watching it. Oh, because I saw one of the actors on Big Fat Quiz.
Andy Samberg?
No, the girl.
Oh shit, she was, wasn't she? I can't remember her name.
Neither can I. All I remember is that it's
she was on
really
Big Fat
fucking
Quiz.
hard. Like, it's a really long name.
It's not the one who's on Family Guy, the Trevor Damadon, whatever it is.
Chelsea Peretti. Chelsea Peretti.
That's not a particularly long name.
No, it's just hard to
Pretty
remember.
sure my name's longer than that.
Your name is longer than that. No, it's probably about the same length because she has a longer first name.
Oh, okay, fair.
But and I was just like, oh, she's actually pretty funny on this Big Fat Quiz thing. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll see what her acting thing was like. And then I watched her stand-up show as well, which is actually alright.
Okay. I might have to give that a...
And yeah, it was pretty funny.
I'm just going to take a minute to reply to this PlayStation message.
Ooh, update.
I'm pretty sure I told you I was going to get my job, my girlfriend, blah blah blah. Basically, we work online doing private webcam shows. Which
Oh, did you not reply to that?
No, I've just been sitting on it. I'm not sure what to say. Maybe just reiterate. Yeah, that definitely makes you a paedophile.
Or no, just reiterate the fact that you're 9 and have pubes.
I'm 9. Hang on, no, I'm 9. Full stop. Despite the fact that I have pubes.
But then, if they reply again, we have to swap over to Big Bro, whose account this is.
You're right then. Despite the fact that I have pubes in the eyes of the law.
This is some fucking smart ass 9-year-old.
A child. He's read books. He's not a twat. There we go. I'm 9. Despite the fact that I have pubes in the eyes of the law, I am still a child. See how far that gets you. You've been savilled. Yeah, I mean, New Girl, decent enough show. I quite like Damon Wayans Jr.'s character, where he just gets angry like that. But I think she's a bit too kooky, quirky. Ooh, look at me! Look how random I'm being. I'm not sure I could sustain it. Like, if it was on, I wouldn't immedately switch it off. I'd give it a go.
You'd wait until it made you angry and then switch it off.
Yeah, exactly. Which for you
that is high praise.
Indeed. But yeah, for the other show, for Don't Trust a Bitch, that I would happily sit down and watch.
Yeah,
So,
I suppose the other thing is like this is like 6 seasons.
is it? It's 6 series.
I think it's still airing as well, and I've clicked on the wrong link.
Last aired 4th of April 2017.
Yeah,
Jesus,
so I
they've
think
done a lot of episodes.
Yeah, it's still airing. So, like, I wouldn't want to like catch up. I mean, potentially I could just read all of this shit and just start watching it.
It's 150 episodes.
Well, I mean, I could start watching it from the next thing that comes out. Oh, the next season's going to be the last one. I've just read.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
So I guess it's doing that thing that we like where it ends.
The thing that we like shit shows doing is ending.
Well, no, I like good shows ending too. I like that sort of finality of like having somewhere to go.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Breaking Bad.
Game of Thrones has that now, and
Oh, we need to do a little chat, don't we, about what's coming, what we're gonna do.
oh yeah. So save that to the end.
Yep.
That's where all the admin should go, but
Okay.
we just do it in the middle because profession. No.
Fesh. That's what we bring, yeah? Because professionalism is, and that is what I want.
I mean, if we're doing this professionally, neither of us would probably be drinking right now.
I'm not drinking right now. I've run out of beer, so fuck you.
Oh well, I've finished my beer and now I'm halfway through my rum.
I need to go and get some booze. Okay, so would you carry on watching Don't Trust the Bitch in Department 23?
I probably would, because there's not that many episodes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy to do that. What about you? Would you continue watching Don't Trust the Bee?
Yeah, completely. Absolutely, definitely. I did really, really enjoy it.
Would you watch?
Fuck no!
But like, would you watch any of it, even if it was like an obscurely interesting episode
Yeah.
that had the cast of Brooklyn Nine-Nine in it?
Okay, I might watch that one.
I might seek that out and watch that.
What I'm really trying to say is, I just want to watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. No, I wouldn't turn it off. Like, I'd give it a fair chance, but based on what I saw in the pilot, I'm like, it's just not for me.
What I might do is just read through all the synopses, and just pick out like the interesting episodes and maybe just watch some of those.
I knew you were going to struggle on that word. I read your mind.
What, synopsi?
Synopses. That's why I started correcting you.
Synopsises.
As you started saying. For fuck's sake.
But I might do that. I might go through and watch like some episodes that look interesting.
Yeah.
And then I guess if the interesting episode, the ones that I think look interesting, are interesting, I might watch some more of it. But what I like about both of these shows is that they have, like, I don't know, interesting female characters, rather than like the sort of. It doesn't happen so much recently, but in some of the older shows we've watched, it's very like
Male orientated.
Yeah, and kind of bland female characters.
Yeah.
Not in many of the shows we've done for the podcast, because I've been kind of careful to avoid those, because fuck, I hate them. But no, and I'm looking forward to doing another episode where we talk about stuff that Kristen Ritter is in. To the point that I've actually just planned one that is just 2 shows that she was in.
I'm just seeing how far away it is. Oh, it's quite a way off yet, but yeah. No, that would be. I'm looking forward to seeing what that's about, because you were telling me about Gilmore Girls a while ago, and it sounds all right.
Yeah, I hope you like it.
Well, based on the fact that you suggested Entourage.
But Entourage was a show that I first touched when I was like 13 or 14.
Even then,
Gilmore Girls I started watching when I was 26.
A woman. Fuck me, you are old.
One day you will be too, but by that point
Nope.
I will be dead. So.
But by that point you'll be older, so it doesn't really
Or
matter.
dead.
No, that's gonna happen.
Well, no, I was told when I turned 25 that I was halfway through my life.
Mate, you are fucking well over halfway if you're at 25.
No, literally, like I got told that I was halfway through my life, and I was just like, God, I mean, I don't mean to alarm you, but I'm expected to live for more than 50 years. And they were just like,
who fucking told you that?
Jimmy and Joe.
Oh right, okay. Well,
And they said, it's fine.
For a second.
We'll kill you. And I was just like, well, you're over halfway through your life now.
I was gonna say that. It assumes that they're gonna live for the same amount of time.
Oh, they're not.
It's
fine.
we got some big plans. I thought what you were gonna say was, it was some doctors, and I was like, shit, that's not good.
I got my eyes tested. Interesting, boring thing.
Rich, if an optician's telling you you're gonna die,
No, he said I had above average eyesight.
what does that? What you see? You see more than?
Yeah,
the
no,
average person?
mate, I see dead people. It's fine.
Cool, that's right.
But he was just like,
Wait, so
you've got.
what's-
It's like it's 20/20 vision, but you can also see like smaller text than like we expect. And I was just like, oh, cool. I'm just not going to mention that I could read the line below that as well. I'm just not gonna mention that.
Right, if you were in a bit of an Oscar Pistorius situation, you had no legs, I wouldn't go on about how good I was at walking. You know that I can't see shit.
I'm sorry. I feel like I've hurt your feelings.
Completely. Fucking ginger prick. Shall we say what our plan is for what's coming up?
The Co-Thrones, or whatever we decide to call
That's
it.
a
It's not going to be
terrible name.
Co-Thrones. It's going to be Co-Game. Co-op.
Game of Pilots.
I haven't really thought about a name for it.
Co-op
Because
game.
it's going to be like one thing, like one episode of a thing that we release sometime after the next season of Game of Thrones is finished. Where each week we're going to record like a little summary of like how we felt the episode went, like Thronecast, I think it's called. Like they do like there's an official one, but we're going to do our own because fuck, we can.
What we can offer is a completely different perspective, because I imagine that podcast is
Professional.
well researched,
Probably
Pro-
done by
maybe-
people who've read the books.
maybe even endorsed by like people who worked on the show. And I think the closest thing we've got to the show of Game of Thrones is that my mum's cousin's mate was a cameraman on Game of Thrones, and I think that's about, and I've spoken to him once, and I think that's about as far as we got.
Yeah, but like the plan is we're gonna record like a little bit after each episode, discuss it, and then we're gonna put them all together. Potentially do the same sort of like audio spectrum shit that we do on Co-Pilots, if I can be bothered, because that'll take a fucking long time. And then we'll release it into the world at some point afterwards, and obviously there will be spoilers.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to
But
edit in at every point where there's a spoiler. Just be like, if you would like to avoid spoilers, skip ahead like to the next video that you're going to watch.
But yeah, that should be fun. We're flexing our podcasting muscles to talk about telly in a different way.
Well, it's because did we do Game of Thrones?
I think we did. We did
We
it with
did.
The Bastard
Yeah.
Executioner, didn't we?
We did, and I feel like it was harsh of us to do Game of Thrones, considering we're both so invested in it and enjoy it.
And
Which
it
is
was
probably-
unfair because
is-
Bastard Executioner was shite.
Yeah, and like we've now started just doing stuff that, well, I just put on stuff that I like, and Joe has no input into the list.
I just turn up
Yeah,
occasionally.
although I've got some gaps in season 3 if you'd like to just fill them in, because I've
Yeah,
got
I'd
to the
do
point that
something
I'm
like
just doing like crime shows that I know, and then I realised that I was putting them all together, so I had to spread them out. But yeah, Game of Thrones shit coming, and also next week we're doing some alternate history shit.
Yeah. I tell you what, I'm looking forward to this next one.
I've already seen the pilot of The Man in the High Castle,
Which is one of the shows.
and I have no idea what Deutschland 1983 is.
Which is the other one.
Yeah, this is the problem when you just type into the internet shows like The Man in the High Castle.
Yeah.
It just goes, how about this? And you're just like, yep, I guess. We'll find out if it's anything similar.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to it.
But
because
all history
that-
stuff is always fun.
The Man in the High Castle thing. It's the reason that I bought my in-laws a Fire Stick was so they could watch it. And have they watched it? Have they? Fuck.
It was one of those things that I was like, oh, if I'm going to get Prime, I better like have a look and see what's there and just like start watching shit.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things that, because it was advertised like in the banner, I was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna watch that. And then I was just like, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning one day. I was like, I wonder if that shows any. No, I watched it because it was on the list for like the Goofs gap that happened at the end of season 1.
Yeah.
So I was watching it just in preparation that you might be ready.
I'm sorry.
It's alright because it meant we didn't have to talk about Foyle's War.
Oh my god. Oh shit, yeah, that was the sticking point. Yeah, I remember now. Because that was like a 90-minute episode and I was not looking forward to watching that. In fact, I think I tried watching it and I fell asleep.
I did exactly the same thing. I fell asleep because I found a playlist of it on YouTube because I didn't know where to find it without buying like a physical copy of it.
Yeah.
And so I watched it and I fell asleep in episode 1 and woke up in episode 3 and just went, the fuck is going on? Who's just been shot? When I fell asleep, they were just chatting. The only reason I put that show on the list is because some of it was filmed in Hastings. And I was just like, I wonder if I'll see anywhere that I recognise.
That's disgusting.
And no. It was all shit.
Just as we're chatting, Conor McGregor's just wandering about this ring. I think him and Floyd Mayweather are about to do a press conference thing.
Or maybe it's a live cam show.
Oh, for a 9-year-old with pubes.
Exactly. I expect in the next episode of the podcast there'll be an update on the sex that Joe is caught.
Oh yeah, definitely. I quite like that we're bringing in elements of,
real life.
My tragic personal life into this show. With last episode with the fucking scary house story.
Yeah. Well, we're only bringing elements of your real life because my real life is kind of too depressing.
Kind of boring, to be honest.
It is. That's what everyone tells me, including my parents.
Oh, never mind. Okay, I think we're probably done with this episode because I need to go and get another drink.
And also, we've rambled for about 20 minutes. So
we have, haven't we? Okay, so yeah, New Girl shit and Don't Trust a Bitch in Part 23. I quite liked it.
Alright, that's a good summary. Bye.
See you later. Bye.